my name is Steve. Welcome back to my shop. This video is Shark Bits number 2. It's been brutally cold here in the Northeast, and so I haven't gotten a lot of shop time. Today the temperature got up to around freezing, so I turned on the electric heaters out in the shop and knocked the chill off enough to come out and at least shoot some video today. In this episode I'm going to cover a few things. I got some mail, I just got some new material in. I've got a small project that I'm going to get started on, and in order for this video to not be all talk and no action, I do have a little bit of video footage of a small project that I have worked on, and unfortunately I had to get it finished and I wasn't able to video the final steps of the project. However, I do have some still photos of the last steps. So let's get started. My youngest son works in the food service industry, and he called me last week and he says, "Dad, can you weld stainless steel?" And I said, "Yeah, I can weld stainless steel, but I don't have any stainless steel wire." And to make a long story short, I have no idea what he did to fix this problem, but I decided, because it wasn't the first time that I had not had stainless steel wire, that I would get some stainless steel wire. So I ordered some, and I just got my box in. Let's see what it looks like. I haven't even had a chance to open it up yet. Blue Demon welding product, stainless steel ER308L wire for my MIG welder. It's 23 thousandths. So now I've got stainless steel wire. As many of you may know that follow the YouTube Machinist on Facebook, we had a Secret Santa, and I just received, about a week ago, I received my Secret Santa gift all the way from Australia. And I will have to say I did peek at it before this video, but I received my Secret Santa gift from Marcus Wilson, who trades on YouTube as JBFromOZ. And I got some stickers from JBFromOZ, so I've got to put them on my board. And he also sent me a prototype of a tap drill guide for BA taps. I do a lot of modeling, and I actually have BA taps and dies, but I do not have a tap drill guide. And it also has in it hex, the different size hex from 0 through BA10. So this should come in pretty handy when I start working on some of the steam engine projects that I've got. I have, like I say, I have the BA taps and dies, but I really am not that familiar with it. This also has a thread pitch gauge on it, so that should be very helpful. He also sent the scraping guide. The scraping guide has a template for radiuses for the scrapers. There's 4 different radiuses, and a 1-inch square so that you can count your I guess your scrapes per square inch. I'm really not that familiar with the scraping yet. I have no doubt that at some point I'm going to get involved with it. I actually purchased a couple of scrapers at a flea market this past summer. So now I've got something to sharpen them with. So thank you, Marcus Wilson. The project that I'm going to be looking at in this video, those of you that may be familiar with model railroading may be familiar with this product. It's called a tortoise machine, and what it is, it's a under layout switch machine for operating turnouts. And it has a very low current draw stall motor in it, and a wire comes up and it operates back and forth. So say it's a motor, a gear driven motor, and as this wire moves back and forth, it opens or changes the directions of the points in the turnout. The layout that I'm working on for the club that I belong to, we tried to anticipate the position of all of these turnouts so that we wouldn't have any interference. But there were actually a few places where we didn't have enough room to mount the tortoise machine conventionally. So I made some brackets to mount them at a 90-degree angle, and the video and the film shots that I have will show that. I started out with a piece of 1 3/4 inch wide aluminum. Looks like it's about 1/8 inch approximately. Anybody that in the home machining business, I'm sure you never throw any metal away, and I found a couple pieces of these aluminum angles that had already been bent, and they've come in very handy. So I started out with one of these. First thing I need to do is to cut the bracket, and the machine is just under 3 inches, so I'm going to cut the bracket off at 3 inches. I'm going to take it over to the bandsaw and cut it off. I'm going to mark off the mounting holes at 1/4 of an inch off the edge. It was 1/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to come in 1/2 inch from the end and 1/2 inch from there and drill them for number 6 screw. My next dimension will be 2.5 inches. Now I need to mount or to mark the mounting holes for the tortoise on here. I'm going to center it. I'm just going to take and scribe the outline of where the mounting screws for the switch machine would be. I'm just going to eyeball it and center punch it to drill it for the mounting screws. The tap drill for number 440 is a number 43. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is use these holes to locate the machine and mark it on the opposite side so I can drill it from the opposite side because I can't get up against here. And the mounting screws are going to be number 6 mounting screws, so I'm going to use a 28 drill to drill the clearance holes for the mounting screws. To tap the holes, I'm using a Northwest short lines sensor press with an adapter on it used for small drills and taps. Keeps it nice and straight. And I use beeswax for a lubricant on the taps when I'm tapping brass, aluminum, or plastic. The beeswax seems to work pretty good. Well, that just about wraps up Shark Bits number 2. I want to thank all of my subscribers. I want to thank my new subscribers. I've had a few since the last video. I really appreciate it. And based on the number of views that I've gotten, you seem to like the Shark Bits videos. So I will continue to do them. I will be doing videos on some of the larger projects also, once the weather breaks. So keep giving me those thumbs up and commenting. I also have an announcement I'd like to make before I sign off. I am making arrangements to attend Summer Bash 2018, the JBFromOZ Summer Bash 2018. I've talked to Stan, and it is my intention to attend as one of the YouTube creator sponsors. I'll be working in one of the areas. I suggested a couple of areas that I'd like to work in for the bash, and we'll see how that works out. I'm working on getting my plane tickets and my reservations all set up as we speak. So until next time, goodbye and thank you.